guys, welcome to Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out what big happy changes are headed your way in 2022. So for the first group, we have this lovely green stone over here. For the second group, I have this clamshell and I have placed this tiny little faded purple stone inside it. And for the third group, we have this lovely big blue stone. So feel free to pause the video over here, meditate on all three, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi group 1, so for those of you who chose the green stone, let's start by seeing what archetype will you guys be embodying in 2022. So for you, I got teacher, which says ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. So this entire year, you're going to find yourself spreading a lot of your teachings unto others. Of course, some of you might actually go on to pursue a career in education this year. It won't even be like a stereotypical teacher, you've just over the years you've acquired so much knowledge, you've acquired such a lot of experience. I think that this year you will be encountering a lot of people who will remind you of your past selves, and they would be going through experiences which you have already gone through, so you'll be able to guide them, you'll be able to help them. You'll also notice how this year it is especially easy for you to articulate your thoughts. It is very easy for you to express yourself, to communicate clearly. Maybe in the past you did not find it very easy to help somebody understand what it is that you were trying to say, what it is that you were feeling or thinking. But this year, it looks like it's going to be very smooth sailing. Also, for a lot of you, I'm seeing that you had this complaint that people around you did not take you very seriously for whatever reason. And I see that shifting as well. Your entire vibe this year, your entire aura is going to give off the image to whoever is in front of you that you know what you're talking about, you know your shit. So you will naturally get that respect and get that admiration that you might have been craving for some time now. All right, now let's take a look at your oracle cards to see the big happy changes headed your way. So the cards that came out for you were Happy Family, Appreciation, Contract, and the Temple Path. Okay, so group 1, a lot of you might have had some problems going on in your family. Maybe you weren't talking to your parents or siblings or cousins. There had been some discord going on. All of that is going to come to an end this year. This will be like, I think this is going to be the first big happy change that you will be witnessing this year. I just got the message that for a lot of you and whoever this person or these people of your family are with whom there was a tussle, I think over the New Year's weekend, I think most of it has already been sorted out. Most of the grudges have already been addressed and dealt through. A lot of you will be getting married this year because we have the Temple Path and Happy Family too. You'll be starting families of your own. For those of you who are in relationships, you might be welcoming babies this year as well. I am also sensing that a lot of you had been trying for a baby for a very long time now. And this year, finally, you will conceive or you will adopt. You'll just basically get the opportunity to become somebody's parent, which you had been wanting for a very long time. Like I mentioned, that you had been craving people's respect and admiration. You will be getting that as well. There will be a shift in people's perspective around you. I'm also sensing that there is something that you're very good at, but which was always, either it was always overlooked, or you were never given due credit for it, or it was just never taken very seriously. But I feel like this year, whatever this thing is that you're good at does not necessarily have to be anything creative. I think people will actually start recognizing how difficult it is and how much of your time and labor goes into it. And the result that comes out of it, it's going to speak for itself. I am sensing that people are actually going to feel very ashamed of how they used to treat you in the past. That is how big and dynamic this year is going to be in terms of shifts occurring for you. For a lot of you, you had been dealing with some court case, some claim or something for a very long time. Not necessarily a very long time, but it's just some legal matter that you were knee deep in, and either you were not getting the appropriate help, or the people whom you were hiring to help you, attorneys, lawyers, whatever, they were not very good. They were not able to help you. You were really hoping to just get out of it and get done with that chapter of your life. I see that coming to a close this year. If it is you versus somebody else, which I mean usually it always is the case in legal matters, I see that you are the one who will be winning the case. The verdict will be in your favor. Also, if you want to start, if you wanted to start something of your own, but you were facing difficulties in the legal paperwork, that is also going to work out wonderfully for you this year. So that'll be the next big change, because I feel like everything was just set up and it was just this one thing that was missing to start the clockwork. So now that'll be out of your way too. And with Temple Path, see, the one good thing that I'm sensing with the Temple Path is that this year, not that otherwise your spirit guides never connect with you or anything, the difference or the shift is that this year, you will be able to connect with your spirit guides a whole lot better. I don't know, I don't know whether it is because of meditations or because of anything else. You will feel their presence around you more prominently. You'll be able to connect with them more prominently. You will figure out ways to get them to answer your questions firsthand without having to involve any medium or any tarot reading for that. And I think just the communication between you and your spirit guides is going to be very back and forth. A very nice rapport will be getting established between you and your spirit guides. I also sense that, especially for those of you who will be entering into matrimony this year, this match of yours, the person that you're going to get married to, in case they are not already in your life and they come into your life this year, know for a fact that your ancestors and your spirit guides had a very big role to play in it. All right, so maybe you'd been single for a very long time, and now, lo and behold, this is your big happy change. The person that is meant for you is entering your life. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. What big happy changes are coming in Group 1's life in 2022, Spirit? So we have the Two of Wands. What big happy changes are coming in Group 1's life in 2022? We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. What big happy changes are coming in Group 1's life in 2022? We have Temperance. What big happy changes are coming in Group 1's life in 2022? And we have the Hermit. All right. A lot of you had been waiting either to get transferred somewhere. Now, this transfer does not necessarily have to be transferring to another location. It can be transferring to another department or a different role. And for some of you, it can also be your field of work, but a different company. And I think that is shifting for you now. You had been feeling very stuck in the same place for a very long time. And there is finally going to be mobility in your life again. The stone is going to start rolling again. You might have felt like it was just sitting at one place acquiring all that moss. It is going to shift now. The next big change is that, and because I'm at a loss of words and I am really picking up on this energy, it'll just happen. It'll be very random. You'd be surprised. You wouldn't understand why. I cannot understand why either, being fully honest. But up till now, there has been somebody in your life who has directly or indirectly tried to rely rather too much on you for their own expenses. If you go out with them, they might have said things like, "Oh, I didn't bring my wallet. Sorry, we cannot go Dutch. Do you mind paying the bill?" Things like that. It's not that they did not have any money. Maybe they had as much money as you. It's just that this person, they don't like spending money. All right, they'd rather use up all of your money for their expenses. It's like they're living off of two salaries, theirs and yours. But from the beginning of 2022, you'll start noticing a shift in this individual's behavior, not in terms of how they are with you, money matters aside. It's just that they would randomly stop asking you for your money. They leave you alone for once in that department, and I don't think you are going to confront them. And obviously, because you'll be like, oh, thank God, good riddance, I don't think you will ask them. I mean, I'm sure you're not going to ask them if they need any help or not, because you're like, I've already done enough. But that is going to stop. And another message over here is that because we have a contract over here and the Six of Pentacles in reverse, if there was any connection or situationship, not necessarily romantic, but otherwise also, wherein you felt like the scales weren't balanced, you were the one who was doing everything, you were the one putting in more effort, it was almost as if the other person did not even care whether or not you were around, there is going to be a shift in that. That is going to be a big happy change for you, because I think that was something that you were looking forward to. I think this person, whoever they are, romantic or not, they mean a lot to you. And for the longest of time, you tried everything that you possibly could to make things right, but it just wasn't happening. And it was because the effort was missing from that other person's side. But now the scales will be balanced. In fact, I think this year you will not be putting in that much input. You've already done enough. Now you will be reaping the benefits, and it'll be the other person's turn to start putting in the hard work and the effort into making this connection right. And I think it will work out just fine. With Temperance over here, okay, so for a lot of you, I am sensing with Temple Path and then Happy Family and now Temperance. If you are on a twin flame journey, there is a huge possibility that this might just be the year that you and your twin get into a union with each other. And for those of you who are not on the twin flame journey or do not want to label your connection, there has been some some saltiness, some disconnect between you and the person whom you like or the person whom you love. I think for a lot of you, you both just stopped talking to each other. Nothing that bad happened. It's just that one fine day you stopped talking. You were hoping that they would reach out. They were hoping that you would reach out. Nothing of that sort happened, and it just faded into the background. But it was there, that energetic cord between you and this person, it never got cut. And I think that this year the big happy change that's happening is that there is going to be a revival of this connection between you and that other person. There will be harmony, things will start flowing again. I think you both are going to talk it out, you'll sort it out. For some of you, yes, you both will get into a relationship. But for those of you who do not want to get into a relationship with this person, but were just looking for like closure or something, I think you will get that too. You will definitely get closure. And post-closure, there is one group which will get into a relationship, and there is another group which will happily, peacefully, with contentment, move on in their life. With Hermit, I'm getting one prominent message that I'm getting is that a lot of you had been waiting for some sort of funding, perhaps, for your higher education, sponsorship, funding, whatever it is. And that'll be happening for a lot of you. You'll be getting that funding and everything. And I think, I heard inheritance. A lot of you are going to get some sort of inheritance as well this year. So that is nice. I love how we have the Hermit over here, which is considered to be a guide. And then your archetype for this year was the teacher. This is nice. I think, Group 1, that there is one complaint that you always had with yourself, which was that you didn't know where to draw the line. You didn't know when to keep quiet. You would often feed your energy to people who did not deserve it. You would often waste your time on people who did not deserve it, and then you would regret later on, right? And you would curse yourself, and you would ask yourself, why couldn't you be more mature? Why couldn't you have acted differently? And things like that. So the big happy change that's happening this year is that you're going to get way more wise and mature. You will know exactly when to stop talking. You will know where to draw the line. You will learn how to show people to respect you. You will set an example for others, like, this is how I deserve to be treated. That is it, period, full stop. Anything else, I'm not going to accept it. I'm also sensing that you will not be exceptionally outgoing or social this year. You will, it's not that you will always be keeping to yourself, but yes, you will definitely become selectively social this year. You wouldn't, just hand out your energy like some flyers being distributed outside of a news store. That's not going to happen anymore. People who have always been in your life, I can guarantee that in 2022, they're going to ask you, like, what happened there? Because there is going to be a total 180 change in your personality and the way in which people interact with you. And it's all looking very good. All right. Spirit's message for you, Group 1, is believe in the impossible. This does not have to restrict to just one thing. It can be anything in your life which seems like a very distant goal or seems like a very unachievable goal at the moment can actually happen. You just need to have a shift in your perspective. You just need to tell yourself that this isn't impossible, You remember how there used to be this very famous saying, I don't know if it originated from a meme or it didn't, but it went something like, even impossible says, I am possible. So you just keep that in mind, all right? And a very happy new year to you. These are all the messages that I have for you right now. I have introduced live chat sessions and voice call sessions for consultations. If you're on Instagram, you would be already aware about it. Otherwise, to book a personal reading with me, you can contact me on my email ID or Instagram. All the details are given in the description box and pinned comment. If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe. If you are old, thank you so much for coming back. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon, turn on the notifications. You know the drill. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi, Group 2. So for those of you who chose the clamshell and stone, first let's see what archetype will you be embodying in 2022. And the one that came out for you guys was Child Magical, which says, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. So this year, Group 2, you guys will be full of wonder. You guys will be full of amazement. You will find joy in the littlest of things. You'll find beauty in everything. It's like you'll start living, and not just existing in a very mundane way, which perhaps you had been doing for the longest time now. I'm also sensing that there is something particularly which you loved doing, which you enjoyed doing as a child, which you might reconnect with now, no matter how old you are. It does not matter at all. Maybe as a child you really enjoyed playing the keyboard, or you really liked singing, you really liked painting, sketching, you had a particularly favorite show or a movie or wherever it was. You're going to hunt for it, on YouTube or wherever. And you're going to rewatch all of the episodes, or you're going to start, buy your keyboard for yourself, learn how to play it, see how much of it do you remember. But there really is going to be a connect between you and your inner child. I'm also sensing that this year, touch wood, you're going to be very happy. I mean, it's like you're living in a fairy tale, Everything is working out in your favor. There is beauty in everything. Wherever you look around, there is always a reason to smile. There is always a reason to be grateful, to be cheerful, to enjoy. You wake up smiling, you go to bed smiling. It's fantastic. And I am smiling right now. So Group 2, definitely this energy which you'll be embodying this whole year is going to be very, very infectious. Anybody who hangs out with you they're going to catch that bug from you. So it's not just that you will be having a great time, the people whom you hang out with will also be having a great time at your expense, because the energy is such, your vibe is such. It's very uplifting. You are raising everybody else's vibes. It's fantastic. All right. So now that this is done, let's see what big happy changes are coming your way this year. Let's start with your oracles first. So the cards that came out for you were All Tied Up. I'm sorry if you can hear construction noises in the background. There's just always something or the other going on in this society. Door to Value, Attachment, and Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. So this is in alignment with that. So that's nice. All right, let's begin. Group 2. Firstly, I am sensing... Oh, wait, just let me get the lighting. Okay. You have had difficulties following your free will in the past. Okay. But this year, you're going to be infused with a tremendous courage. You might be surprised, like, how did you suddenly get all of this courage? Or like, where is it coming from? But, well, it might be your New Year's gift from Spirit. You just have it now. You have it, you're going to utilize it, you're going to take a stand for yourself, you're going to take a stand for everything that you think is right, you're going to speak up. And I think that is something that you have struggled with a lot. I am sensing that it is getting better, and then this year there is going to be this huge positive shift. I think when you speak up, everybody will stop to listen to you. I mean, primarily, yes, because whatever it is that you're saying makes sense and should be heard, but more so because you don't usually do that. It's very different. Not only is it a big happy change for you to be feeling so confident and courageous, but it is also a very welcoming change for the people who have kind of been cheering on for you for a very long time now. That's the people who've always tried to push you to your best self, try to push you to your limits. Not push you to your limits, push you to speak up, push you to be bolder and, take a stand, and just, it does not matter. Just say whatever you feel like saying, say what it is that's on your mind, that's in your heart. Just go for it, go for it, go for it. All the cheerleaders that you have in your life basically are going to be super proud of you. So this courage is definitely a big happy change. Apart from that, I see that your career and finances are going to be awesome this year. As you can see over here yourself with Door to Value, there will be an increase in your wealth. There is going to be an increase in your prosperity, in your abundance. I am seeing that there is going to be a new opportunity presented to you this year, which will be very abundant in itself. But it does not have to be a new job or a new business opportunity for all of you. For some of you, it can be an increment at your present workplace, can be a promotion at your present workplace. In fact, I feel like you were worthy, or you obviously are worthy of a promotion, but I think that it was stuck, or that it became very, like one of those long overdue cases, because your team presence perhaps wasn't that great, and it was because of the hesitation that you had within you. But this year, once you start speaking up more, once you start expressing yourself, putting your ideas out there, and the leadership notices you, that is when these new opportunities will start getting generated for you, and everything will happen very organically, of course. Now, I want to talk about this because even when it flew out, like I had immediately gotten like a ton of messages for this one. Attachment over here tells me that there is, in particular, one person, whether romantic or not, of course, differs individually, who has so far only and only deceived you, lied to you, all right? But they had been doing it so smoothly that you couldn't figure it out. And you are very attached to that individual. As we're speaking, you're very attached to them. And when I say attached to them, I don't mean, oh, there's an energetic cord between you both. No. Like you're attached to them, all right? You're like low-key obsessed with whoever this person is. You are so fond of them. You might be like a huge fangirl, fanboy, you worship them, or whatever the case is. And I'm actually sitting over here and feeling sorry for you because this is not right. They know that they mean so much to you. And I think that that is what feeds their confidence to keep up with this charade, because A, they don't think they'll ever get caught. And B, somewhere they believe that even if they do get caught lying and cheating, you will not believe it. Like, you'll think that whoever has told you that they're lying is the one that's lying. Something along those lines. But thankfully, the big happy change that's happening, which initially will not feel like a happy change, but trust me, this is for your own good, this is for your best. That mask is finally going to fall off. All right, and when that happens, you'll feel horrible, but after that, you'll be very relieved. You'll be super thankful to your guides, to your ancestors, to spirit, to everybody who helped in revealing this individual's true colors to you. And again, I'm emphasizing that this does not necessarily have to be a romantic situation. It can be a friend, it can be a family member, a relative, cousin, whoever it is. All right. The way that they sweet talk you into doing things, it's like they know that they have you in their control. They are aware of the attachment that you feel to them, and it's so fucked up. But thankfully, that is going to come to an end. Now, if this message, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that this got tilted. Okay, so now for those of you who could not relate to whatever I just said, the other message that I'm getting from attachment is that you had been trying very hard to fit into a particular group of people who are not like you at all. You're nothing like them. You're different. You're unique. You are brilliant in your own way. But for whatever reason, call it peer pressure, call it whatever you want to, you were trying very hard to fit in, to like dim your light and fit in over there. But you'll stop doing that this year. I mean, I see where some of it is stemming from, of course, because of all of that newfound courage and everything. But for some of you, I think it's because you will reach that saturation point where you'll be like, I cannot pretend anymore. I'm feeling very claustrophobic now. I don't want to pretend anymore. This is not who I am. I cannot keep up with this. I cannot keep up with this drama. That's not me. And I'd rather be myself and get acquainted with people who like me for who I am than to always constantly try to be somebody whom I'm not, just so that more people can like me. And I'd much rather have a small circle of people who appreciate me and like me for who I am than completely change myself to fit into a group of people whom I don't even like. So that's that. This is like one of those moments of empowerment that you're going to feel this year. And now, with door to personal healing and happiness, I think this very well sums up all of the other messages that we've been channeling for you so far. Wherein this year, the big happy change that's happening is that you will find out more ways to heal yourself, to keep yourself happy, to make yourself happy. Perhaps the biggest thing that you're going to realize is that nobody else is going to come and set you free. Okay, you have to break the chains yourself. You have to shift your mindset yourself. You have to heal yourself. You have to find out avenues to make yourself happy. You cannot keep on relying on anybody else. That's not healthy. So that is good. I'm seeing that the more determined you are to be happy and to heal yourself and things like that, the more you'll see random things, just random news and things like that coming your way which make you happy. And the example that Spirit showed me was that, let's say that this year you decide that to heal yourself you want to go on a trip, but that's it. You've just said that you want to go on a trip and you've completely not forgotten about it, but maybe yes, put it on the back burner. And then you go to office or catch up with someone, or somebody slips a flyer under your door, whatever the case is, and you I mean, there is this infographic of a trip that's staring back at you. And you're like, has this been orchestrated? How did this happen? Like just this morning, I was mentioning how I want to go on a trip, and now I have all of this information right in front of me. This is a good place. The package is nice. I can afford it. So, yeah, why the hell not? And you just go for it. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Spirit, what big happy changes will happen in Group 2's life in 2022? We have the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. What else, Spirit? What big happy changes will happen in Group 2's life in 2022? Queen of Wands. What big happy changes will happen in Group 2's life in 2022? Six of Swords. I'm already getting like a narrative over here with these three cards. All right, let's get into it, Group 2. So, enough of being the, Miss Goody Two Shoes. I hope that's what it is. Anyway, enough of being the person who can be ignored, treated like a doormat. Enough of that. You are leveling up. You are switching yourself totally from this sweet, nice Queen of Cups, never gets angry. You can say whatever you feel like to her. She's not going to get upset. Oh, she does not have... I mean, she has feelings, yes, but she cares more about others' feelings than her own, so it doesn't matter. We can get away with anything. Fuck that. All right, because now the big happy change that's happening is that you're going to embody the energy of the Queen of Wands now. It's like so many Hollywood movies, wherein there is this complete 180 change in the protagonist's behavior and attitude and everything, and it's just so badass sometimes. That's what I see happening with you, and it's for your own good, honestly. I'm not saying that... I mean, patience obviously is a virtue, and you have it, loads of it. That's nice, but the happy change is that you are opening up your eyes and you're realizing that it's not getting you anywhere. There is that pent-up frustration. You deserve to be heard. And I'm not saying that it's not a nice thing to be a nice person. You'll always be a nice person because that is who you inherently are. And it's not like you are changing yourself and changing your principles and beliefs. No, you are taking a stand for yourself. You are empowering yourself. Okay, if this method isn't working out, I'm going to try this method instead. That's what's happening. So please do not come at me in the comment section. Anyway, the other change that I see happening over here is that there is a friendship. I'm not sensing that this is a romantic connection, although for some of you it can be. I feel like in the past, it was this very hot and cold thing, all right? But then it reached a point wherein you wished them luck, you wished them love, you said that you'll always love them and something along those lines, and then you left. All right, you left because you felt like there was nothing more that you could have done, so you just started focusing on yourself. And I wouldn't even say that you were being patient that whole time. I don't think so. I don't think that was even something that you were focused on. No, you were focused on yourself. You were focused on yourself, your happiness, your pentacles, and things like that. Now, what I see happening is that other individual is going to take action towards you. They will ask you to start afresh with them. If this is a friendship, they'll ask you to forgive them. They'll ask you to be friends with them again. If this was something romantic, they will apologize for not being there enough for you in the past, and they'll ask if you can forgive them and if you guys can move on from whatever happened. For some of you, this can be an individual with whom you have a child as well. For those of you who had been trying very hard to set up something of their own, small business perhaps, I see that taking off this year. And I see that there will be somebody who will help you with it. Maybe you had all the resources, but maybe you don't have that. How do I explain this? Like sometimes you need people to help you run things, establish things. You know what I mean? But you hadn't. I mean, you weren't able to find somebody like that who could help you run your business. But thankfully, you will find somebody like that. And because this is both a change and a blessing, I don't think it's going to be somebody new. I think it'll be somebody whom you already know, who maybe you had asked in the past once to help you out, and at that time they had said no. But now there will be a shift in their heart caused most probably by your spirit guides or spirit themselves, because there is a time for everything, and this is your time to shine. So everything that has to happen for you to shine will be happening automatically. And this is one of those things. Your business is meant to take off this year, which is why all the help that you require is now starting to come to you. Okay, Spirit's message for you, Group 2, is it's time to release negativity. And whenever I see this card, I do not just associate negativity with negative thoughts. I also associate it with negative people that can be present in one's life. So it's not just your fears or your negative thoughts, Group 2. If there are negative people in your life, you need to detach yourself from them as well. All right. So these are all the messages that I have for you. I have introduced live chat sessions and voice call sessions for consultations. You can find out more information the other listings that I have if you want to book a personal reading with me through my email ID or Instagram. All the details are in the pinned comment and description box. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. And if you are old, thank you so much for coming back. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Hit the bell icon, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Group 3, so for those of you who chose the blue stone, first let's see what archetype will you be embodying in 2022. So the one that came out for you guys was Knight, which says loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. All right, so you guys, needless to say, will be in a very romantic mood for some reason throughout 2022, so that's nice. The good thing about is that you won't just keep on falling for anybody that comes your way, because you will be looking for loyalty, you will be looking for chivalry, you will be looking for honor and like a decent level of commitment and effort into the other person. So it's not that you would be going on blind dates just with the intention of having fun. No, you seek romance, you want romance in your life, but the only difference is that maybe in the past you made some poor choices, but this year onwards, you'll be very careful with the kind of people whom you let into your life. Yes, you still are the same person who's a sucker for romance, perhaps. Yes, you still carry your heart on your sleeves, but you're not that blinded by love anymore. Because I sense that a lot of people in this group definitely were blinded by love in the past, but that is not going to be the case this year, at least. It's not going to happen. You will not let history repeat itself just because you trust very easily. I don't think you'll even allow anybody to lead you on unless and until you know for a fact that there is some substance in this and that you can actually see it going somewhere. You might just be the knight in shining armor for somebody else this year. That is also a very huge possibility. Everything has been going very great in your romantic life, but somebody whom you are meant to be with this year, their love life probably has been very down in the dumps, and your entry in their life is going to be like that rescue from the ditch that they had been hoping for. I'm also sensing, because you are embodying this lovely energy over here, you will be helping out other people this year with their relationship problems, kind of like being the agony aunt of the group, the relationship counselor and all. So you'll be helping out your friends or anybody else who comes to you with their problems. You'll help them understand what the issue is. Not necessarily because you have been through those things yourself, but because it's in your energy this year, simply put. In fact, I am sensing group 3 that you'll be very surprised at how easily you're able to grab the heart of the matter and you're able to understand that, okay, this is what's going wrong. So, friend, this is what you need to do. Another thing that's standing out to me over here is I think that in the past, group 3, I don't know what the history was, but I feel like you have yourself had some commitment issues. But that is going to change. I think that this year you will be telling yourself that, hey, you know what? For a change, I'd actually like to try. I'd actually like to go all the way in and see where it goes. But the subtle difference is that you will not be going all the way in unless and until you know that it won't be a dead end. All right. Now, let's see what big happy changes will be coming your way this year. We will start by taking a look at the oracles that came out for you, which were Broken Heart, Man Holding a Heart, and these two flew out together, by the way. And then we have Journey and Adjacent Possibilities. All right. So you obviously, very clearly, very evidently over here, had your heart broken by someone in the past. Now, I'm seeing two things happening. All right, take what resonates, and obviously it's going to play out differently for all of you who are listening to this right now. So for the first group, the person who had broken your heart is going to come back to fix it. And if genuinely that is the person that you'd been hoping for, so then this is your big happy change, that they have had a change of heart, that they are taking accountability and responsibility for hurting you, and they're coming back to apologize, to amend their ways, to try to heal you, to fix the relationship and whatnot. All right. But for the second group, it is going to be a new individual who will enter your life. All right. And they will show you what love is actually supposed to be like. What kind of a partner is an ideal partner. Maybe this new person, they check all your boxes and you're like, this is the kind of person that I had been hoping for. So that is the change that happens in your love life from feeling, oh, this is so sad. I just got this image of you crying when no one's watching. Oh, group 3. But it's okay. It's okay. That's all about to change for you. All right. Enough of tears. Enough of crying. Happy tears. Now, all right. These are the big happy changes that we're talking about. So you will be crying, yes, but it'll be tears of happiness. Anyway, let's see what else. Now, I am sensing that the man who's holding the heart over here, this lover that's going to come into your life, if it's the old lover coming back, then obviously I'm not talking about that right now. For those of you for whom it's going to be a new person, I'm sensing that you don't know them, but they know you. How can that be? Okay, so either you guys have mutual friends, but it's just that the mutual friend has told this person about you, but hasn't told you about them. So that is one thing. Or they might have seen some photograph of yours on social media wherein you were tagged. So they clicked on it, visited your profile, developed a massive crush on you, but you obviously have zero idea about their existence because this person knows you. All right. They have got their eyes on you. They know you. And I think that when the time comes, they are going to make their move towards you. And something about this energy over here tells me that you will, obviously one reason is that, like I mentioned, they perfectly fit the description that you'd always seek for yourself. That is one thing. But apart from that, also the kind of person that they are, their personality, their looks, the way they talk to you, the way that they're so nice to you, so kind to you, so chivalrous, I think you're going to really appreciate it about them. The other change that I see happening for you is specifically in terms of travel. This can be relocation for work purposes, this can be relocation for the purpose of higher education, or just in general. I'm seeing that you have always, no, I mean, not always maybe, but off late, you feel like there's a lot to see, there's a lot to explore. Maybe you've always had that little bit of nomad spirit in you, but either there weren't resources available to you, or maybe the people around you were very skeptical, like your parents perhaps are very skeptical of letting you go very far away from them. All right. But the happy change that's happening is that you'll finally get the green signal, both in terms of material resources required to undertake such trips, and a green signal also from the people who in the past were being very controlling or protective or possessive of you. You will be allowed to go. You'll be allowed to go out there, explore the world, go places, have fun. And this is going to be a solo trip that you'll be taking. This is going to be a solo journey. So this is a big happy change because it feels very nice. It feels like, I think that this might just be the nicest thing that you've ever done for yourself in a very long time. So you will appreciate every bit of it. You'll cherish every bit of it. With adjacent possibilities, the next big happy change that I see happening for you, group 3, is that there is a problem which you're dealing with as we're speaking. And I don't think that it's a new problem. I mean, we're only like in the 4th day of the month of the year. So obviously not. But anyway, so this is a problem that you've been battling with for some time now. It does not necessarily have to be career related. You explored every option that you could think of at the time to come out of this problem, but nothing happened. But now that 2022 has begun, which is the year of your big happy changes, I see this random door opening for you of solutions. The solutions to your problems, or the solution to this particular problem of yours. And I don't think that you'll see it coming. Because the actual way out, it's very hazy. There's a lot of fog. I don't think that even when you're listening to me, I don't think you're able to figure out what the solution might be. You don't know just yet. That veil hasn't been lifted yet, but it will be, obviously, in the due course of time, because you will be getting out of this problem, all right? Take that. You will be getting out of this problem, but the solution will come to you. This is frustrating. I see that the solution will come to you after you have tried at least 5 to 6 different things, but nothing's working out. And then finally, Spirit's like, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot. Here, take this. This is the solution. This is the map. This is the key to that door. And you're like, so you did look down at me finally, thanks. But you will be getting out of this fix, whatever it is. This person is wanting me to talk more about them, so let's do that. They want me to help you identify them. That's very specific. All right. I'm hearing Scorpio for some reason. Okay, Cancer and Pisces and Scorpio. All right, yeah. So there is that Knight of Cups energy over here, obviously. I'm picking up on Leo as well, but obviously, are you stupid? My group does not even know you. How are they going to know about your zodiac? Anyway, this person is very muscular. It's not necessary that they have long hair. If they do, they put it in a bun usually. They do not have a beard. They kind of have a baby face. And their gaze is very fixating. Like it can be intimidating at times. Whenever you do meet this person for the first time and you have a conversation with them and they're talking to you, you might feel a little bit intimidated because when they're talking to you, they're just looking right at you. They're not looking anywhere else. And I know it's a very good art of, keeping the eyes locked while you're having a conversation, yes, but sometimes it can feel Like, I don't even know how to explain it. And I think that that's okay. So I was just specifically told the word passion. So that's what it is. Right off the bat, when you meet this individual in flesh for the first time, you're going to fall for them. All right. It'll be like just something inside you lights up. You haven't felt this way in a long time, and it just feels very nice. But it also feels very exciting and scary and nervous, and just a rush of all of these mixed feelings all together. They also want me to tell you that, just a second because I suck at this, 5th April or 4th May can be significant. September can also be significant. Were you wondering what I was doing? I was doing Jan, Feb, March, April. I can never remember the numbers associated with months right off the top of my head. I just can't, except for October. I know it's 10 because it's my birth month, but that's it. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Spirit, what big happy changes are coming in Group 3's life in 2022? We have the High Priestess. What big happy changes are coming in Group 3's life in 2022? That's too many. What big happy changes are coming in Group 3's life? We have the 9 of Wands. What big happy changes are coming in Group 3's life in 2022? The Magician, nice. What big happy changes are coming in Group 3's life in 2022? The Knight of Wands. Okay. Hi, Group 3. Sorry about that. So, what are the big happy changes happening? Well, firstly, with the presence of the High Priestess over here, your intuition is going to be at an all-time high. You're going to see right through people, both the good and the bad, and sometimes the ugly as well. And I think that's really nice. I also feel like your intuition will be playing a major role in this whole lifting of veil thing that I spoke about, and you seeing the way out of whatever problem it was. The problem might have come to your mind when I was talking about this, but obviously the solution right now didn't. But maybe for some of you it did. Anyway, the next big happy... Can we just acknowledge the Magician over here? This is beautiful because what this tells me is that throughout this year, you guys are going to be in a very powerful manifestor energy. Whatever you want, you can get. Whatever you wish for, you can get. If you don't already practice the law of attraction, you definitely should. If you do not already practice any manifestation methods, you most definitely should. All of you do not have to do the same thing. All of you do not have to do the one thing that's like very popular. You can find out your own shit, whatever it is. For some of you it can be visualization, for some of you it can be journaling, for some of you it can be manifesting with moon water, whatever it is. But you most definitely should set intentions this year, because I see that there is a huge possibility, 99% chance, that all of that is going to happen for you. I also see with the Knight of Wands that your life, if until now had been feeling like it was progressing at a very slow pace, everybody else is just getting ahead of you, either you do not have any direction, or you just were kind of feeling very, I wouldn't even say left out, just very, very slow. That is going to change. Your life is going to be much more dynamic than it ever was in the past with this Knight of Wands over here. I'm also seeing that there is going to be a lot of fighting spirit in you this year. Not necessarily to prove a point or to prove yourself, but just because you have these intentions which you will be setting, like I mentioned. If you do, that is. But if you do, trust me, the moment you set your intentions, you will automatically be fueled with the fire of doing your bit to help them to materialize. Obviously, we can never ever leave everything up to the universe, at least until we have tried our level best. So you will be doing that. I'm also seeing that you will not be taking no for an answer this year. It's not that you'll be forcing people to do things against their will. It's just that you wouldn't allow others to to dictate you to do something against your will. And I think this journey card that we received for you earlier is a testimony to that. Now, with the Knight of Wands and man holding a heart, also there is a connection. This person that will be entering your life might be a younger fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, and that does not necessarily have to be their zodiac. You never know what signs are present in people's charts. Obviously, there was water signs present too, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But the Knight of Wands is telling me that initially this connection will start off as being very, very passionate. You guys just might end up making out, having sex and things like that. You might not think initially that it can lead to anything serious, or you might be so intimidated by their energy around you that maybe for a split second even you don't want it to lead to anything more. But it will, because this is the person that's meant for you. This is the kind of person that you've been manifesting, and this year you will be blessed with this individual. Another thing that I see changing for you over here is that not only do you do things for yourself, but with the High Priestess I'm getting this vibe that you will be helping others too. And I don't think that it is something that you've done before. I feel like in the past you have been very closed off to people coming to you asking for help. Not because you're very rude or stubborn, but maybe because you just do not want to involve yourself with other people's business too much. Maybe you're the kind of person who just likes to just chill and not really bother yourself with too many things all at once, and that's perfectly fine. But the happy change, and the reason why it's a happy change, is because when you will be helping out others, it'll be very rewarding, all right? And not only will you bask in all of the happiness that reward is going to get you, it's not going to be a material reward, mind you, but you'll just feel very content. You'll feel very happy knowing that the reason why someone is smiling right now is because of something that you did for them, or because of some advice that you gave to them, which worked out wonderfully well for them. Also, with the Knight of Wands over here and the Magician, I'm seeing that another happy change is that something that you'd been really struggling to get off the ground will be taking flight this year. Does not necessarily have to be a business venture, can be anything else too. Might even be a YouTube channel for some of you, but it's really going to take off this year. All right, so that is exciting. Now let's see what message does Spirit have for you, Group 3. You and your loved ones are safe. So this is wonderful. At the time you got your heart broken, Group 3, you might have felt like this is it, this is the end. There is absolutely nobody else out there who can love you, whom you can trust again. But that is not true. Spirit wants you to know that all the connections that you have right now, all the connections that are going to be a part of your life in the future, everything is protected and blessed. Okay, so these are all the messages that I have for you, Group 3. I have introduced live chat sessions and voice call sessions for consultation. You can DM me on Instagram or email me to know more about the personal readings that I offer. All the details are given in the description box and pinned comment. If you are new to my channel, please do not forget to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for supporting me. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section below. Hit the bell icon. Stay tuned for more videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.